But if we're going to make our goals this year, we need to keep our foot on the gas. So I'm charging you. I need you to help me meet these goals. Looking where we have opportunities available, those new entrants that haven't typically done business with the Department of the Navy, connecting with our small business professionals. Do we have any Department of the Navy small business professionals in the room? Are you here? Are they at the booth? They eating lunch? They are? Where are they? There they are all over there. Here's my buddy. There they are. You want to connect with them. Make sure that you're connecting with them and sharing your information. So what are we doing? The Secretary of the Navy is hosting roundtables. I can tell you in the last month, I've had 6 roundtables. I'm handing the secretary off to different people on my team. The one story I want to share with you. At the 8-8 conference that was in Atlanta, Georgia, in early February, get a call from the secretary's team the night before, and it was about 8 p.m. or, hey, the secretary wants to come have breakfast at the networking event at 8 a.m. So I'm scrambling. Oh my gosh, how am I going to work this? How am I going to make this happen? And then I get a text back maybe about 30 minutes later saying, no, he just wants to meet with the small business folks up in the executive dining room. So we're all standing there waiting for him to come down, and he comes down and he says, this isn't what I want. I want to be out there with the people. I want to hear what their challenges are. That's the secretary that you have. He's one that is very interested in connecting and understanding where you have barriers so that he can break down those barriers for you. We also have a very robust website. So at these secretary roundtables, one constant theme that we hear is, I just don't know where to get started. How do I even get started doing business with the federal government or with the Department of the Navy? Google is a powerful tool. I can't tell you enough. I can't stress it enough. Searching for any organization that you're looking to do business with in the federal government, that small business office is going to be your entry point there. We have on our website a feature called Search with the Don Buys. Everybody familiar with FPDS? Right. If you're looking to do business with the federal government, you need to know what that letter stands for. All right. This is going to be a tool for you. What we've done, and I like to advertise it as you're driving down the street, you got to know where you're coming from to know where you're going, where you're coming from, what contracts have been awarded, that rear-facing view is that FPDS view. So we have a feature there that we filtered Navy and Marine Corps. Don't forget about the Marine Corps when you're looking to do business with Department of the Navy, but it's Navy and Marine Corps specific procurements only. And what this does is it's going to tell you what contracts we've awarded under your NAICS code or your product service code. And then you want to go look out that forward-facing view, that long-range acquisition estimate, to see what's coming down the pipe. So utilize those tools that we have on our website. Also, in the Department of the Navy, there are 12 companies that are awarded 65% of the DON's contracts, and 60% of that is sole source work. So what does that mean for you? Might not be a prime contract, might be a subcontract, right? So you should be sharing business cards, connecting with some of those larger primes that are doing business with the agencies that you're looking to do business with. How do you connect with them? You're going to connect with them at events like this. You're going to connect with them at industry days. All right. So recognizing that 65% of our spend goes to 12 large business primes, I've initiated areas where I want to ensure that those subcontracting opportunities are there and they're adhered to. So when you go in and you're meeting with Washington Consulting, large business, and they say, I'm going to bring you on my team, and I'm going to award you woman-owned small business 12% of our work, that we're holding them accountable for that. We don't do a good job of that in the federal government. And that's an area that we're looking to improve in those areas. My predecessor, within the first 2 weeks of being on the job in 2019, heard from small businesses, I'm not getting my fair share, I'm not getting an opportunity on these contracts to be able to grow so that then I can go off and compete for prime opportunities. He walked over to the Naval Audit Service and said, I want you to start auditing some of these contracts so that we can start holding, whether it's seafarers, holding them accountable there, or it's whether we have incentives in place to incentivize these primes so that we're holding them accountable to those subcontracting opportunities. And those are just two areas that we're focusing on, that subcontracting piece. So let's talk innovation. Innovation is important to maintaining our military edge, and the Department of the Navy is laser focused on fostering innovation through small businesses. The Small Business Innovation Research and other transaction authorities are two tools, critical tools, that are bringing innovative solutions to that are being faced by today's military. The Small Business Innovation Research Program is a cornerstone of innovation within the Department of the Navy, fueling technological advances and significant investment. And I do know, where's Drew? I do know there's Drew. We do have an SBIR representative, so if you're interested in SBIR, make sure that, raise your hand again, because they're looking around, make sure you're connecting with them. In fiscal year 23, the program attracted over 3,100 proposals on 759 topics that were challenged with, leading to 208 awards. This initiative is a powerful opportunity showcasing the sheer volume and variety of innovative ideas contributed by small businesses. These awards are just the first step. They lay the groundwork for the development of prototypes and can lead to commercialization with a potential market of over $1.2 billion in sales to defense and private sector markets. This illustrates the substantial impact and the vital role that small businesses play in driving technological progress and sustaining the Navy's competitive advantage. So we do have one SBIR success story I'd like to share with you. Last year, a phase one SBIR investment of about $850 million to Aculite Corporation in Bothell, Washington, developed a groundbreaking high-powered electrically driven solid state laser. It's a mouthful. This innovation was pivotal in phase three funding. This innovation was pivotal to the creation of Lockheed Martin's Helios system, garnering $211 million in phase three funding for further development and integration into the Navy's defense capabilities. This technological leap made through this SBIR support underscores the significant impact of targeted investment in small business innovation for national defense. So how are small businesses connecting with prime agents, with primes and with the agencies? Recognizing that not all small businesses are prime ready, connecting with these larger primes at events like this is going to be paramount to your success. We have a wealth of resources, as I stated, on our website, whether it's doing the business with the Department of the Navy, Army, Air Force, or any other civilian agency. Utilizing that small business office as your entry point to that organization is going to be key to your success. So I've highlighted my Department of Navy small business professionals are over here in the corner. We've got SBIR back here. Apex Accelerators, if you have not connected with them, utilizing them as a resource to help you. That's what they're here for. And they are excited to be a part of the Department of Defense and helping grow that Department of Defense industrial base. The Small Business Development Centers through the Small Business Administration are here for you as well. as well as the minority business development centers. And then for subcontracting, if you haven't connected with a large business here, search for that small business liaison officer at some of these larger prime companies. So our record-breaking spend in fiscal year 23 for small business contracts set a high benchmark for fiscal year 24. The Department of Navy has set fiscal year 24 targets with a goal for small business prime contracts at 15.8%, which is part of a broader strategy to continue this momentum and break new records for small business engagement. These targets represent not only the department's commitment to small businesses, but also reflect the ongoing efforts to inject agility, innovation, and competitive capabilities into the Navy supply chain. I encourage each and every one of you to connect with us in our upcoming events. We have 2 annual events. Department of Navy Gold Coast is held as our premier small business procurement event. Will be in San Diego, California, August 19th through the 21st. And then we have upcoming, if anyone's in the Washington, D.C. area, April 8th through the 10th, we'll have a small business day at the Gaylord Hotel in Maryland. Our events that we have foster opportunities for you to engage with some of these larger primes, some of our federal agencies, but more importantly, with each other. That activity that we have from our first speaker to talk to your neighbor. Pass out, I encourage you, pass out, you should be sharing your business cards because that's how these partnerships are going to work. And I call to action for each and every one of you to connect to help grow our small business industrial base. So with that, I thank you to the Apex Accelerator. I am very optimistic about the future of small business with the Department of Defense and the Department of Defense. And lastly, I have a call to action for you for recruiting. We need Navy and Marine Corps soldiers and Marines, but also civilian workforce like us. So please, if you've got some younger folks in your, in your family or some neighbors, encourage them to take a look at the Navy and Marine Corps for job opportunities. So with that, thank you so much for your time.